Hello everyone, welcome to Python Codex. Today I want us to go for a bit class on if you're a learner or a beginner in Python. So I want to let us touch on a few topics in Python coding. So firstly, let us first start with some statements. Okay, if you are a little bit, maybe it's not your first time doing this, then you don't know much about some statements. Let's go on how to use two statements for now. On the next video, we show how to use while statements, try statements, except statements. But for now, let's go for the if statements. And remember, my ideally is pythongrammix.com. As you can see, pythongrammix.com. That is the ideally I'm using. I'm using my phone, my Android phone. As you can see, there's an Android phone. So I'm using the Android phone for testing my programs. So let's go this, guys. So how do we make use of the if statement? Okay, let's give a variable x is equal to 3. X is equal to 3. Now, if x, if x is equal to 3, print the true statement. Now let's run this program. True, which means x is truly equal to 3. You see what we can use the if statement for? Okay, let's now use another statement we call else. The else statement is going to do opposite of this. That means if x is truly not equal to 3, it's going to print something else. Okay, let's do print false. Now let's change this to be 2. Let's run the program. It's print. Okay, so we use capital instead of small letter. Print. Let's run the program. False, which means x is equal to 2, not 3. It is the else statement. Do you guys understand this? Okay, let's go for another statement they call elif. The elif statement. Now, if x again is equal to 4, then print true. It's not going to run anything. See? Oh, sorry guys. Okay, it's not going to run anything because of the elif statement does not allow this to manifest. Okay, now let's change this one. Because of neither is x equal to 3, neither is x equal to 2. Okay, let's say x is now equal to 4. True, because of the elif statement runs the if statement. So assuming this one true, it is 4. We're going to have the same thing, true. Do you guys understand this? Okay, let's now assume that okay, let's change this one to be okay, it is 4. You see, it doesn't run this one, it went ahead to run this one. Okay, let's confirm this. Let's change this one to be 2. It is 4. It runs the elif statement. So that is what we would need to know about if statements. It's just like you're trying to that is why Python is just the most easiest learning language ever. It's just like you're communicating to someone. Okay, if Thomas stole the meat, then if Thomas, it's just like if Thomas stole the meat, then you put it like this: print beat Thomas. Beat Thomas. That's just the same thing as the way the stuff work. If x is truly equal to 4, then do this. So if Thomas ate the meat, beat Thomas. If Thomas ate the meat, do this to Thomas. That is what the if statement is for. If x is equal to 4, then we print the statement true. We print true. But if not, let's check that in here, okay? We print true, but else we say the opposite of it. Else, if not, if it is not true, then print false. Now let's even change the variable. Now, let's say s is equal to 3. Then let's run this. Is equal to false because x is not equal to 3. Because if statement prove that if x is equal to 4. Now, how do we can even do? There's some things we call, when it comes to the list. Let's pack s into a list. Let's make use of a list. Then 2. Let's have 3. Let's have 4. Let's have 5. Let's have 6. Let's have 7. Now, you can still use the same if statement to get what your answer is. Now, assuming that we want to get y. Now, y is equal to 2. If y is in, but we won't make use of in, is, we just be making use of in. If y in x brings true. Now, it's just like someone is asking you a question that you have a ball. You have a ball. Then as a child, you have a ball. You have a toy. You have a train toy and many stuffs like a kid's toy. Then someone asks you that if you have a train, tell me that you have a train. So that is the command we're pushing into this. That if y in x print true. Now let's print it and check if y is truly in x. It is true because of 2 is in x. So Python is the most simplest skills ever. Okay, now let's change this one to 10 or 19. Okay, let's change. Now it's going to bring false because of 19 is not in 2 is not in x. It's not in this list. That is the usefulness of the if and the else statement, and even the elif statement. Now let's use the elif statement. If elif were in x, okay, let's create another one and say y. Let's create another variable and let's name it z, and then z is equal to 3. Now, if elif z in x, then print z is in x. Let's run the statement. Z is in x. You see that, guys? So both you cannot use an elif statement if there is no a statement in your script. If you do not have a if statement in your script, you cannot make use of an elif. Let's run this thing while removing the if statement. An error because of there is no if statement. So if there is an if statement, then we can talk about a elif statement and the else statement. If there is no if statement or there is not even a elif statement, there can't be else statement. Let's run it. So this is it. So this is how you can make use of the statements. If statement. The if statement. The if and the elif and the else statements. So thank you very much, guys.